All right. It looks like Facebook has got it up and going here. Hello, ladies. Just wanted to check in and say happy Tuesday and also reintroduce myself. I am still Mike. I did get my hair all cut off, my beard cut off. This is what I normally have always looked like for a lot of years, and it was just recently I decided when COVID came about, I decided to let my hair grow, let my beard grow, and decided enough's enough, and so I got back to the way that I like to actually have my style look. So anyhow, some of you may not recognize me from this, and some of you don't know me from you've just gotten to know me recently. So anyhow, today I wanted to kind of talk about something that was really interesting. I was talking to a really good friend of mine last night actually, and um, it pertains to women with with dieting and stuff like that, and how they can play a role into it, and kind of that'll all wrap into this kind of video that I'm talking about. So anyhow, so I was talking with him, and he works out like pretty relentlessly. He works out 6 days a week, and he's super strict on all his nutrition, weighs and measures everything that he eats, and he has gotten some tremendous results. He's about 6'1", he's about 210 pounds, and now he's down to 168 pounds. And so a lot of people will be like, wow, that's amazing results. Well, no, they're not. Like, honestly, like, I feel bad. He's my best friend. He's like my brother. And I actually am concerned for him because of what he's doing. And he's doing it like well. He's eating good and healthy food. He's exercising. He's doing all those components that we are preached to, that those are what we're supposed to do to be able to get healthy. But there is a couple of aspects to it that are not going so well for him. So one is that he's having night sweats at night. He's not sleeping at night. His energy level throughout the day is like really turbulent. Like he has really good energy, and then he's really tired, and yeah, there's no rhyme or reason why it's going on. The other thing is there is this whole thing that I'm not going to try to get into too much science. I'll try to make it as easy to grasp as possible. Is that so? There are two components that you look at when you're looking at to lose weight. One of them is going to be your body fat, and body fat is important because if we end up losing weight and we're losing body fat, that's great. But if our body fat stays the same and we're losing weight, what we're actually losing is our muscle, and the muscle is what ends up fueling this thing called a basal metabolic rate, or BMR. And it's basically energy that your body ends up putting out to burning calories. And so he has lost so much that in the difference between him and I, he burns 300 calories less per day than what I do. And the reasoning behind it is because he's lost so much muscle mass and he wasn't tracking it well enough to look at those, um, and really focusing so much on the scale. And focusing on the scale is one of the most difficult things that I try to work with women in my program and in different programs. The scale is important because it gives us some sort of a metric to go off of, but the scale can also be a false sense of security, especially when we start losing weight and we're like, great, I'm losing weight, but what are you losing? Are you losing bone density, which is really important for you women? Are you losing your muscle mass, which is also really important? And I'm not talking like bodybuilding muscles. I'm talking about just the muscle mass that keeps your body functions well and moves well and is free from injuries and pain. And so as we age, we start running into, when we keep on doing these diets, these crash diets over these times, we start losing all of our bone structure and we start losing all that muscle mass. And those two are extremely challenging to repair and rebuild. So that's why when women get osteoporosis, they end up, or osteopenia, they start losing that bone density. And once they start getting that, it's really, really challenging, if ever at all, that they will be able to reverse those effects. And so what that tends to be is because of cutting out so much in calories, or restricting certain types of food, cutting certain foods out, and all this confusion that we have, trying to get that one goal of we're trying to lose weight. There's also this other kind of idea that we have is, so kind of switching gears a little bit, is we have this preconceived notion that these women that are super fit and super lean that this is a goal that we should be going for. This is what we should be doing versus looking at like how active are you with your kids? How active are you with your grandkids? How active are you with your partner? How active are you in your regular everyday life? Are you able to keep up and do stuff that someone of a comparable age to you struggles to do? Those are kind of goals that are actually really good benchmarks to start looking at. Like, how active are you? What are you doing? What kind of enjoyment are you getting out of doing activities in the day? And that doesn't mean lifting weights only. That means you spending time out doing gardening, going for walks, going on hikes, going on bike rides, going out swimming. Any number of those things all are things that are beneficial. And so I really want to kind of get this idea out of this dieting mentality that we get into and these restrictive and cutting things out and these extreme workouts. These are what we're going to be able to get us the results. So many of you I know that have tried to do these extreme diets or these extreme workouts. You might get some temporary success, but you inevitably end up, it's really hard to maintain and keep it going. And what the downside to it is that exact thing I was talking about with my friend, is that he has now lost so much of his muscle mass off his body, and he's probably losing bone density, and it's a big concern for me for him. And so I know for women, because it's even more prevalent in women to do this type of dieting, and he's in that kind of mindset. And so really getting your mindset out of that dieting mentality and really learn to eat within your lifestyle and make it something that's sustainable and a long-term approach rather than this short-term fix. I'm going to get the weight off and it's going to work for me and it's going to help me, because in all honesty, it's actually going to be a detriment to you long term. So I hope this helps out. I really want the best for all of you women in this group to be able to see some great benefits to what you can do, and what you can achieve and that sort. So if this resonates with you, let me know. Like, let me know if these are kind of some behaviors you've struggled with yourself, what that's been like. What have you done to be able to overcome, and what have you been able to work with to make it so you're not doing that and don't keep repeating that same dieting mindset mentality and say that, or the all or nothing mindset. So anyhow, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys, or hope you ladies like my new hairstyle and whatnot. So anyway, give me comments on that also. I appreciate it anyhow. So take care. Have a good rest of your day.